Okay, Doris Day, you win.
And Silver Fox said that a truck full of chickens got loose on the San Diego freeway.
Chickens?
Affirmative. The Smokies are having a time of it.
Bears on the barnyard routine? Would I love to see that?
I got another report in from China Clipper. He said he saw a big hen get into the back seat of a squad car. I'll fill you in on the flip-flop.
6 o'clock tonight.
10-4 Lone Ranger.
410. Diamond in the rough. This is KUI 5311, the Lone Ranger. We'll be clear on your final. Have a nice day.
Roger, Roger. This is KUI 2775, Diamond in the rough. Have a nice day, too.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Willie, you're allowed to eat sitting down.
Oh, I've got to run. Mom, my corduroy suit is the cleaner's.
And could I pick it up? I'll trade the service for information. What on earth does a squelch knob do, and is it legal? Buddy wants me to pick one up for her.
Squelch knob? Well, squelches. Something for a CB set.
It sounds deadly. Okay, I'll pick up your suit, along with your sister, the broadcaster, squelch knob, and your father, the judge's cigars.
Oh, that's right, Judge Pro Tem. Today's the big day.
Here comes the judge. Butterflies?
Bevy of them, and I'm only sitting for one day.
That's entirely understandable. Sit down, relax. I'll give you some eggs.
No, thanks. I know you both laugh, but I want to get to the chambers early and practice wearing the robe.
Hey, you look terrific.
You'll be terrific.
Thanks to you both.
I'm off. Hail and farewell.
Darling, have some breakfast.
No, thanks. It's a good idea, though, having it out here. Let's do it more often.
Yes, let's. Bye-bye, Judge. Good luck. Buddy, come on down here and have some breakfast. It's getting cold.
Mom, I've got to skip it. I'm late. And don't forget, the squelch knob. Thanks, Mom.
Come in, the door's open. 4 artichokes, 2 large green peppers, and 2 baskets of blueberries, if they're under $12 each. Okay. Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm sorry.
You must get on the phone at the crack of dawn.
Catch him off guard. I've had great luck, actually. That place I looked at for the Children's Hospital thrift shop came through. It's a fantastic location. And I've collected about 60 items for the Orchestral Society auction.
Anything good?
A Chippendale desk that will drive you berserk.
You are incredible, Kate. Yesterday, I spent 5 hours on the phone trying to save the redwoods. And all I got was a promise of $150 and 13 weird voices telling me to leave a message at the sound of the beep. Let's get the stuff out of the car.
Stuff?
Madame Sue Lan will be here in an hour.
Oh, my God, the Chinese cooking class. I forgot all about that. Listen, Elaine, I think since Nancy's away, I'll sneak out to the guest house. You can manage the class without me.
Absolutely not. You'll love it. Besides, you've already paid for the class. Imagine the thrill the night you appear in the dining room with a steaming wok full of Tien Shuen Gai Guat.
What, may I ask, is
Tien Shuen Gai Guat. Sweet and sour chicken bones. I thought I'd bone up. Oh, sorry about that.
That's quite all right. Oh, we better unload the car. Oh, my Lord, I've forgotten about something. Would you pour yourself a cup of coffee? I'll be right with you. Good morning. This is Kate Lawrence. I'd like to order a standing rib roast, 3 pounds of ground round, about 1 pound of mushrooms, artichokes, 4. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. No, just send the original order around. I guess I'm a little confused this morning, Mr. Moore. I'm awfully sorry. Bye-bye.
Don't look so grim. It happens to me all the time.
Don't understand it. I feel as if I'm short-circuiting.
Take it as a sign. Time to buy a new hat. Start a Chinese cooking class. You need to do something just for yourself.
You mean like see a doctor? I think you're right, Elaine. Only I don't think Chinese cooking is it. Come on, I'll help you unload the car. How many loads are there?
There aren't too many more. Okay, hold there.
You're real tall, with a great smile, right?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
How about sending a picture?
A picture?
It would be nice having a face to connect with the voice and look at the picture when I talk to you. I'll send you one too.
Well,
Wilco, I'll put it in the mail tomorrow. You too. What's your 1020?
1230 Holland Street, Pasadena.
RFD2, Higgins, California.
Higgins, California?
It's the boonies, but it's not as bad as it sounds.
Breaker, breaker on 1-2. This is Ed on Two-Side Toad telling all them pretty ladies in L.A. that I got a 75 Dodge van with genuine flame-colored Naga-hide upholstery all the way up to the ceiling. Soft and dandy, I'm sweet and understanding and hot to trot.
Breaker, you're stepping all over us. Ranger, are you still there?
I am, but I gotta go.
Okay, 6 tomorrow?
10-7 on that. Don't forget the picture.
Yeah, okay. Good numbers, Ranger, and take it easy, Toad.
And then what did you say?
I rapped for order, and I said, Mr. Phelps, do not bandy words with me, sir.
Bandy words. Charles Lawton said that, sir. In the Paradine case.
Yeah, you caught me. The Paradine woman shall hang, wasn't that it?
That's right. It's called the hanging judge.
Well, I don't think that my case will go that far. But you do get a sweet feeling of power sitting up there. And a feeling not so sweet that if you don't know your stuff, you'll have a lot to answer for. I got some boning up to do. You're very quiet tonight, Kate. What is it? What'd you do today?
I took my first and last Chinese cooking class.
Last? Why, Mom?
I decided I don't want to know what to do with a wok.
A walk? You throw it at a wabbit. Anyone knows that.
You're slipping, Peaches.
I couldn't resist.
I thought it was very funny.
If I may interrupt, I decided I want to go to work. And tomorrow I'm going out to look for a job.
Really?
You heard me.
Well, why not? Hey, Mom, I've got a paper.
Oh, I've already done that. There are several employment agencies listed. In the morning, I want to make the rounds, see what's available.
Well, it's not that simple, okay?
Don't bandy words with me, sir.
Mom, here it is. Middle-aged man wishes to meet attractive middle-aged woman. Must be strict disciplinarian. Costume supplied. No freaks need apply.
That sounds weird. What's it supposed to mean?
I don't think I fill the bill, Willie. If I were a strict disciplinarian, you wouldn't have the nerve to read that thing to me. But I appreciate your interest.
I still don't get it.
You got yourself into it, Smarty? Now get yourself out. I'll get the coffee.
Well,
See, once there was this guy named the Marquis de Sade. Had a very large bird cage.
our...
Kate. Thought you'd be asleep.
I'm restless. Excited, I guess, about tomorrow.
Oh, I should think so. What is it, honey? Why'd you suddenly want a job?
It's going to sound silly.
Try me.
This morning I found myself calling the grocer, ordering the same things twice. I had absolutely no recollection of having called earlier.
Does sound a little unnerving.
I realized that I spend hour after hour making calls, raising money, running errands. There's nothing I do that's just for me.
You think a 9-to-5 job is the answer?
That's all I could come up with.
Well, honey, if that's what you want, fine. I think you're being a little bit naive about your chances. For every ad in the paper, there are dozens of applicants for work. You wouldn't have a chance. You don't have any skills.
That's not true.
All right. What kind of a job do you want?
Something to do with music?
All right, to that too, but be specific. Doing what exactly?
I don't know. I thought I'd see what the agencies had to offer.
Well, before you talk to the agency, I think you should see someone in the field. How about that, Mr. Pratt at the Orchestral Society?
Sandy? He's used to me as a volunteer.
I think you should have a clearer picture of what's available. Doesn't hurt to have a few connections. I'm sure he knows almost everyone in the world of music around here. Maybe he could send you to someone.
You're right. To tell you the truth, the idea of going to an employment agency was scaring the life out of me.
It's very late, and both of us have got to go to work tomorrow.
Morning.
Hi, could you take a letter for me?
As long as it's got a stamp on it.
It does.
The Lone Ranger? Listen, I don't know how to tell you this. There's no such person. And if there was, he wouldn't live in a town called Higgins.
I bet you just can't wait for Christmas. And then you can tell all the kids there's no Santa Claus either.
Whoever's out there, be a dear and answer one of those lines, will you? Tell them I'm on vacation in Greenland.
Orchestral Society, Sandra Pratt's office. He's in conference. May I take a message? He'll get back to you.
Kate, it had to be you. You saved my life on an average of once a week.
He said it was urgent.
It always is. Ignore it.
Where's Carol?
Eloped, and at the height of the season. Am I expecting you?
I don't think so. I want to ask you about something.
Anything.
I'm warning you. If you laugh, I'll throw something at you.
I'll do my best to contain myself. What is it?
I want to get a job.
My dear, I could keep you busy arranging events until you're a senior citizen.
A real job. In a few years, the children will all be off, and I want to be prepared to have a future for myself. That's why I came by to talk to you. I'd like it to be something in the music world. I thought, working in a place like this, you might have a suggestion.
Just give me time to clean out my desk, and it's all yours.
Oh, I'm serious, Sandy.
I know. Well, there's always that. We might give it a try. Oh, but really, I think you could do better.
I don't.
Didn't you once tell me you were a music major in college?
Yes, I was going to teach.
Why?
I wanted to combine work with the things I love best, children and music.
Then why aren't you doing just that?
I never got a degree. I'm not sufficiently trained. I did give piano and flute lessons for a while, but there's not much satisfaction in forcing some poor kid to learn the skater's waltz just so his mother can show him off at parties. That's really all I am trained for.
Then get better trained.
Impossible. I only finished 2 years of college. That was 25 years ago. I'd have to start from scratch.
If it were possible for you to go right in as a music major, would you do it?
I don't know. I'd certainly be tempted.
A friend of mine, Robert Stiles, has just been transferred from Harvard to the music department at Rutledge. Talk to him. I'll call and set it up. He is an inspired man. You two would like each other.
Wait a minute. I came in here to ask you about a job. Within 5 minutes, you've got me off to college. I'd have to talk it over with Doug. Think about it.
Very well, then. Think. And while you're thinking, I'll set up the appointment.
Let's try on channel 17, under the big boys.
Roger. Breaker for the Ranger.
Ranger for the breaker. Hey, did you send the picture?
Definite on that. I'm not at my best, but it'll give you an idea of what I look like.
I sent mine, too.
Listen, Ranger, I've got to cut this session down to the bone tonight. There's a party I've got to get ready for.
A heavy night in Pasadena, huh?
Run of the mill. How's it going in Higgins?
Run in the mill here, too. 10-4.
10-4.
This case I'm on is really tough, very complicated. I may be on it all week.
Sounds as if you wouldn't mind that a bit.
I love it. How about yourself, dear? Did you talk to Sandy Pratt?
Yes?
That doesn't tell me much.
He came up with an idea. Doug, what would you say if I told you that instead of getting a job, I wanted to go back to college? Would you think I was crazy?
Lunatic. Do you? Oh, you're not kidding, are you?
No, I don't think so.
Well, what would you go for?
To finish, get my degree in music, so I could teach seriously.
I think that's terrific. Huh. How about us old folks, huh? An aspiring judge and a music major.
Hello? Oh, you did? Tomorrow? Well, why not? Oh, no, I couldn't. Oh, it's been years since... I forgot I might have to do anything like that. Well, all right. Thank you, Sandy, very much. Good night.
If I were a suspicious man, I'd begin to wonder what was that all about.
Sandy Pratt set up an interview for me. He has a friend in the music department at Rutledge.
Sounds great.
Oh, no. I have to play for him. He requires a piano audition.
Well, not to worry. It'll be fine.
I can't. Oh, Doug, I mean, in a room full of strangers? I haven't played a piano audition in years. I'm rusty. I just can't.
Well, he's not expecting a Rubinstein. It'll be all right.
Thank you. Miss Tanner, why music?
It makes me happy. When I play, I feel as if I have magic.
Thank you. And now, Craig Larkin. Mrs. Lawrence, there are 2 people ahead of you. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Larkin.
Hello, Sandy. This is Kate Lawrence.
Kate? Hi.
Hi.
You expecting someone?
Only you.
Well, how'd it go?
It didn't. Or rather, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't go?
I didn't play. I thought it over and decided it was lunatic.
Well, that doesn't sound right. Tell me what happened.
Well, there's nothing to tell. I realized I was right in the first place. Sandy Pratt needs someone to work for him in his office. I don't know why I didn't take him up on it the other day.
Kate.
It's a very stimulating atmosphere. And maybe I could work my way up to an executive job in the symphony staff. It's exactly what I need. I'm going in tomorrow. Better fix dinner.
Need any help? What'd I do?
Put your arms around me, honey. Hold me tight.
You're in luck, Tonto.
Hi, darling. I'm off. If you need me or there's an emergency, I left the office number in the kitchen with directions for getting there.
To the kitchen.
Not today, buddy, please. Anything for me?
I didn't look. Not bad at all.
What's that?
The Lone Ranger, my CB pal.
What does he look like?
Neat. He's nice, too. Well, good luck. I better go.
Buddy, be sure and call me when you get home from school.
Why?
Because I'm your mother, and I asked you to.
Okay.
This is a stick-up.
Oh, Dr. Stiles, I didn't hear you come in. Sorry I jumped.
I'm sorry I made you jump. I have a luncheon appointment with Sandy.
He's upstairs in a meeting. He won't be long.
Thanks.
Dr. Stiles, I'm Kate Lawrence. I was supposed to play for you yesterday.
I recognize you.
Sorry I left like that. I should have waited and told you why I decided not to play.
Yes, you should have.
You had so many people to hear, I didn't want to take your time. I looked around, everybody looked so young. And you.
Mrs. Lawrence, a person who wants to can learn from a chimpanzee if it's a good teacher. Now, if you have any doubts about me, believe me, despite my age, I am very good.
Oh, Lord, I didn't mean that. I know you're good. That was never in question.
Then what was?
Okay. When I heard those children playing, that boy Larkin.
That's interesting. He concertized from the time he was 5 until he was 14. You know he's 27 now?
27?
It's hardly a boy. At the age of 14, he collapsed under the pressure. Now he's ready to start over again. He wants to teach.
That's very brave.
Isn't it?
And that girl, Miss Tanner?
In that case, you're right. She is a child, and she probably always will be. Playing makes me feel magical. I did not accept her. Music doesn't mean anything to her, not really. She just thinks she'd look better sitting at a piano than at a typewriter. Apparently, you feel exactly the opposite.
Not exactly. Dr. Stiles, my eldest daughter's enrolled in your college.
Well, I'm sure you could have arranged a schedule that kept you from running into her, if that really mattered.
I haven't read a book for anything but pleasure in 20 years. I never was any more than a fairly competent musician.
Maybe not even that. But now you won't have to face that possibility, will you? It just seems to me that you'd want to know that, Mrs. Lawrence.
Surprise!
Oh, it certainly is. To what do I owe the honor?
Well, I figured you'd be prone to first day jitters and decide to skip lunch, so I decided to take you to lunch. Our roast beef is lovely, madam.
Oh.
Rare, sliced paper thin, our coleslaw creamy, and our coffee freshly brewed.
You're an angel of mercy. I'm starving. Lovely. What's on your mind?
I thought you'd never ask. As one dropout to another, I thought we ought to talk.
Drop out?
Yeah. We both dropped out before we got started. I know why I did it. What about you?
I decided it was a mistake in the first place.
Mom, when you told us that you wanted to go back to school, it sounded just right, and you were happy about it.
Willie, you change career goals daily. Isn't your mother permitted to change her mind just once?
Sure. Okay. But this job, doing that?
Doing that, as you say, isn't so bad. It's been a long time since I worked. This is where I've chosen to start again. I can learn all I want to know about this business sitting right here behind this desk. And when I've learned it, I can go on to a better job doing more interesting things. I appreciate your interest, Willie, but it's misguided. Now, if you're not going to eat that pickle, can I have it?
Breaker, breaker, this is KUY2775 Diamond in the Rough. Lone Ranger right to the rescue.
Breaker, I'm running an auction on a set of slightly dented 57 Chevy hubcaps on Channel 6.
Breaker, for the Valley Avenger. Don't forget to grow pup, Ralph.
Breaker, broke. This is Zed, old Tucson toad on the flip-flop from Bakersfield, still riding high in the saddle.
Diamond for the Ranger. Hey, I got your picture. Higgins must be in all right place. Diamond for the Ranger. Diamond needs a sound check. How am I playing the East Valley?
Wall to wall and treetop tall, baby. You coming in fine.
Thanks. Good, buddy.
Thought you might need this.
Oh. Well, you haven't brought me a thermos of coffee since law school.
That's what it feels like.
I've lost track of time. What have you been doing?
Getting things ready for tomorrow. I'm not used to running out of here in the morning. You know what loose ends. I think something's bothering Buddy.
Oh, she seemed all right to me.
She won't talk to me. Willie ran off on his date before I could ask him.
Well, honey, if it were anything important, I'm sure Buddy would have spoken up.
I don't know. Just edgy, I guess. How about sharing your coffee with me?
Oh, honey, I've got to put in a couple more hours' work. I've got to be absolutely certain that the procedure I follow in court is correct. I can't have my first decision tossed out on appeal. You have no idea how rusty I've become. There are decisions on cases similar to the one I'm hearing that I've never even heard of.
They don't expect you to know every case.
Well, I expect it of myself.
That's funny. I've been thinking for hours about what people expect of themselves. Yesterday, while I was waiting to play for Dr. Stiles...
Honey, could we talk tomorrow? I think I've got a line on a case that totally evaded me during a whole day of testimony. There are a couple of things I've got to read.
I'm sorry, go on. It's not important.
Kate? Are you sure?
I just felt like a chat. Don't stay up too late. Sandra Pratt's office. Doug. I'm fine. In an hour. All right, but what's so important? What's up?
I wanted to talk to you about something. You said if there was an emergency, you'd be all right.
It's all right, even if there isn't. What's on your mind, Pumpkin?
I don't have much time. I cut study hall.
Shoot.
I can't figure something out. You know the Lone Ranger?
Your radio pal?
Yeah, well, he won't talk to me anymore.
What'd you say to him?
I don't think it was anything I said.
Isn't he the one who sent you his picture?
Yeah. I sent him one, too. Of Nancy.
Nancy?
The one in the backyard, where she's pretending to be a big movie star.
Why?
Why take chances when you've got a sister that looks like Nancy?
Oh, honey, if I were that boy and I got that picture, I wouldn't talk to you either.
Why?
Nancy looks at least 18 years old in that picture.
But she wasn't. She was about 15.
We know that. Nancy was very mature at 15, kind of sophisticated. Maybe the Lone Ranger didn't feel up to all that.
Oh, I get it. I should have sent him a picture of my shrimp self. Then he wouldn't have anything to worry about.
How would you have felt if he sent you a picture of somebody who looked like Johnny Osmond?
Donny Osmond. Either I would have fainted, or I would have known he was trying to be someone he wasn't.
Exactly. So how do you think he felt when he got Nancy's picture?
I wanted to be someone special.
Oh, honey. You are special to everyone who knows you. When people get shaky about who they are and try to be what they're not, they always end up by losing.
I lost the Ranger.
Get him to listen to you. Keep trying till you do.
Then what?
Then what? And be yourself. Give it a try.
Okay, I'll try. What do you do with all these envelopes?
Nothing special.
Then why do it?
I'll think about that and tell you later. You better get back to school.
Okay, see you at home.
Missed. Again. Now, Kate, about the mailing list.
Yes. About the mailing list. Dear Sandy, I have an announcement to make.
Breaker, breaker, this is Diamond in the Rough ringing on with a special delivery for the Lone Ranger. Ranger, if you're hearing me, ride on in now, over. Ranger, how about some good numbers for the Diamond?
Hey, Breaker, for that Diamond? Hey, Diamond, forget the Ranger's a stranger. The Toad can carry the load. We gone 10, 10, 10, 8.
Diamond to the Toad. Your heart of gold and velveteen interior aren't for me. 10-4, Toad. I'm holding off for the Ranger. Ranger, if you're hearing me, go to Channel 5. If you're hearing me, Ranger, I want to say I'm really sorry about the picture. It isn't me. It's my big sister, Nancy. Well, she's very pretty. I thought you might like it better. I sent one of me today. I'm very short, and I think we got our braces at the same guy. But what I really want to say is disregard previous transmission, because the Diamond's back on the air blasting good numbers, especially to you. Over.
Are you really named Buddy?
Hi. Well, not exactly. My real name is Letitia.
That's pretty. Good numbers, Letitia.
Hey, kid, you want to know my real name?
No, thanks.
What is it, Doug? Why aren't you in court?
Oh, we're in recess. What are you doing? 3 ballpoint pens and some photographs sticking out of your purse.
They were on my desk at the office.
Where?
I quit.
That's good. Maybe this meeting won't be necessary.
Is that what you wanted to talk to me about, my job?
Partly.
I never should have taken the job in the first place. It's too late for me to start working my way up from the typing pool. I was doing more interesting creative work as a volunteer.
So now it's back to the good work circuit?
No, it's not.
Well, what are you going to do?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know why I have to decide right this minute. I'd like to think about it. When I decide something, I'll let you know.
Sounds like another smokescreen.
What does that mean?
Like the job. You took it because of something that happened that day at the school. Something you didn't want to face. Since when did you become a coward?
I'm not a coward. I'm a rational woman. I understand my limitations. I think that's a good thing. Faced with a room full of bright, talented youngsters, I can't compete. I don't want to sit in a class ill at ease, unprepared, too old to be treated as an equal. I'd like to be first rate.
You are first rate, Kate, always.
No, I'm not. It's important to me that I face that.
Maybe you wouldn't be in the beginning, but in the long run. Kate, you are a first-rate wife and mother. You're a courageous and intelligent woman. If you don't do what it is you want to do, then everything else will suffer, and I would hate that for you. I've got to go inside.
Doug?
Kate, I love you, and I need you. But I'll lose what's best about you if you're not happy with yourself.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You didn't?
If you have the time, I'm ready to play for you now.
I have the time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, Kate. Well, what happened?
He said I was terrible. But he said I'd get better, or he'd know the reason why. Well, Judge, how do you think you'll like me in Bobby Sox?
Kate. driving me crazy. Stop pacing.
I can't.
Forget it. When you get to class tomorrow, just take things one step at a time.
It's not that.
You're nervous as a cat.
I'm not. I'm going downstairs.
What on earth for?
To practice.
Ah, you are nervous.
I'm furious. That kid telling me I'm terrible. I'll show him.
I don't believe it.